Okay, guys. Anyway, in the last class, we spoke about aggregate planning. Under that, we have seen like short-term objectives of the aggregate planning. Now, in this class, I would like to continue and to talk on that objectives in long-term forecasting. What is the importance of to know or to study about objectives of long-term forecasting? As we know very well, every organization they will have their own limitations, targets, objectives. According to that, they will be working. Now, being a production department head, they will also have certain targets in short term and long term. When we talk in the point of the objectives, the aggregate planning will be thinking in the short run what they supposed to do. At the same time, in the long run also, how they need to perform, they will have a clear cut idea. When they are thinking about in the long term forecasting, they will observe why we need to do this forecast. Because of this forecasting in future, what kind of benefits we are going to get, that we need to be explained to each and every employee at the organization, so that they will be knowing that why this organization was established, what kind of work we are doing at the organization, to whom it is going to be benefited. All these things will be known by each and every person in the society. Now we'll see the first one, objectives of long-term forecasting. First one, like a deciding plant capacity. When you are actively involving in manufacturing of the production or manufacturing of products, you must be know that what is the capacity of the plant. Usually we are going to see per day how many products you are producing, how many employees are working, what is the procurement of material, what are the direct and indirect expenses per day, and all these things will be notified and will be knowing by each and every employee at the organization. So we must have to be think one more thing also, like what is the demand of the product in the market, because blindly we cannot able to manufacture the product. There is no demand in the market, what is the use of manufacturing your products? So we must be know that demand of the products in the market, and accordingly that we need to be manufacturing the products. There is a huge demand in the market. Now, how we need to be decide the plant capacity? 100 percentage. The demand is 70 or 60 percentage only. Accordingly, that we have to be run our company. Second one, manpower. One of the important resource at the organization is manpower. Production factors: land, labor, capital, organization, and technology. So this land, labor, capital, organization, technology, without these help, you cannot able to produce any product. That's why these five we are going to call it as a production factors. When you compare these production factors, all four are dead resources except labor. Labor is a live resource where we can give training, where we can mold to work accordingly our directions. And except this labor, all the resources we can use it in any way. But labor is not like that. They will have their own thinking, their own limitations, and accordingly that they will be working. While you are recruiting the employees to work at the organization, by the time itself you must be know that what kind of employee we are selecting, where we are going to place him, what kind of job specification, description, analysis. So before selecting all these things, we must be. So how we are deciding, depending on the requirements of the organization. There is a vacancy or something we are doing updation or extension, and accordingly that we are going to be recruit the new employees. So this is also to be planned by the concerned departments. What is the departments who are planned, and they will forward to the HR manager for to call for, and they will select the best employee for the suitable job. Now, before we are recruiting the employee, we must be know that whether we are going to selecting the employees for the permanent basis or contract basis, or what kind of employee we are going to be required, what kind of qualification to be required. While you are speak up or selecting the employee, you must be aware of that. Otherwise, that is going to be like a big mess up. Third one, estimating cash inflows. This is all the time one of the important prime resource. We can able to see car, but we cannot able to see petrol and diesel. Equal importance having at the organization also for this cash inflows. How much of cash we are receiving in the name of investment, shares, bank loans, or we are getting advance from various sources, and how effectively we are using this amount. We must be have a complete estimation about the cash flows. Everybody will receive the cash, but how effectively you are using this cash to convert as a products, that is an important point for us. And most of the time what will happen, the finance department will request us whatever material or whatever you want, just request to us, and we are going to buy on behalf of you. All financial transaction we can able to handle. So accordingly that also your work will be minimized, and the entire work will be financial related, will be handled by the finance department. But at the end of the day, when you are going to decide the price of the product, you must be know that for manufacturing of the one product, what is the cost you have been spending. You are manufactured one water bottle in the market, I'm saying like this is for 70 rupees. So how do you say like 70? What is the material cost, what is the labor cost, what is the manufacturing? So everything we need to be calculate and determine, and then we will become for one conclusion that what is the amount we have spent for this bottle, and accordingly the finance department or the management will be deciding the profits or margins or other transportation taxes charges, and finally they will decide the suitable price for the product. The fourth one, determining dividend policy. Of course, this cannot be comes under production department, and generally this dividend policy is going to be comes under managerial decision. The top level management only will decide what rate of dividend we can give it to the equity shareholder, preference shareholder, or what is the rate of interest we have decided to give it to the debentures shareholders at the company. So before they are announcing the dividend to the public or to the shareholders, they will have a meeting. Can we give 20% dividend or 30% dividend, and rest of 80 or 70 percentage of amount what you are doing, we are spending for company expansion, company furthermore development. So we should be in a position that to manage our shareholder satisfaction and as well as our shareholder satisfaction and as well as simultaneously we need to be focusing about to develop on our institution. That's just the way. So we need to be discussed very clearly and then only the dividend policy will be approved. The next one is planning of long run production. So what is the secret of the companies are running in such a long years, like Tata companies working more than 100 years, the Indian railway companies functioning more than 130 years. So many companies in India, they were functioning more than 100 years. So what is a strong determination factor for them to settle down? Okay, we are talking about planning of the long run production. So we have seen that the example of Tata company or railway companies or Reliance or some other companies, they are functioning more than 50 years and 100 years in Indian market. How they are functioning, how they are working in or working with the public, because they were understanding the needs of the public, what are the demands, requirements, needs, and accordingly that they are manufacturing the products. And they themselves also continuously updating, and they are like keep on introducing very innovative things in the existing product, or at the same time depending on the market demands, they are doing renovation also. By doing all these things, what it will happen is the companies are running long run in Indian market. Once the companies were set up very strongly in the market, then ultimately what will happen? They will be having a continuous demand. They will have continuous production in the Indian market. So continuously they are going to earn by the profits. So this is going to be one-to-one interconnected component. Many elements are in around will be having the connectivity. Next one, long run financial requirements. As we are seeing like long term, most of the companies are running successfully in Indian market or in abroad also. I already told you they are satisfied the needs of the people and accordingly that they are earning the profits through the sales, and financially they were strong. And even though new companies are giving a tug of war or competition to the existing companies, they are in a position to face because they are running in a market by the such a long time, and ultimately they will be getting good profits, and these profits will be using for to face market competition. So financially they will be strong. Or if in case if they require any kind of financial assistance, what these companies will do, they will go to share market and they will issue the shares to the public with the name of IPO or a new shares issues, and through that they will be start earning money. And banks also they will be welcoming to these companies with the red carpet to get loans because you are well existed company, and they will see about the financial stamina of the company, and accordingly that they will be settled down in the market. Last one, budgetary control over expenditure. This is not only for one particular department. Every department they must be know that what is the amount of budget we are spending and what is the return we are going to get. It must be known by each and everyone. That is possible only by properly monitoring about financial aspects. Everybody will allot the budget for you for the sake of effective or and successfully you need to manufacturing of your productions. But accordingly you are performing or not. Sometimes what will happen, more than your budget amount you will be having your expenditure. But even though management will have a look on that why it was happened like that, because of spending extra amount, is there any extra demand, any extra sales, any extra profits, or unnecessarily we are spending extra amount on this. That also to be need and noted by the concerned department heads in the long run. So being a company or a department director or the concerned HOD, you must be know that the company and the department has to be performed in the short run and as well as in the long run it has to fulfill the both the objectives, so that only you will be strong in the market. Otherwise definitely you will be facing many issues in the market. So in this class, we are going to handle and continue on that the production planning and also including that logistics cost. So first of all, we must be know that what is this production planning and why we are forced to follow the production planning techniques at the workstation. Every department they should be have different sort of missions, forecasting and objectives for furthermore development. Here also the forecasting we have seen that earlier in two ways: short term forecasting, long term forecasting. Within a year, how you would like to see your company in the long run, where you want to stand in the market, will be determining these aggregate plannings. Now, while you are talking about the elements, when we need to prepare a proper planning system, right time, right place, right degree of the competency basis, you should be required an effective planning. Everybody can make the plan, but that is not so important. The planning you need to be execute, because of executing your planning that has to benefit to the whole organization and as well as the buyers or the consumers whoever to buy your products, and they should also to be benefited. Now here I would like to share with you a definition which was given by Kimball definition. So Professor Kimball also was stating like the operations which is going to be involved three important things. That is, what work shall be done, how to do this particular work, and when this work is going to be completed. Before you are going to start any kind of work, you should be know very clearly why are you doing, what is the benefit for the company. You should be in a position to understanding first. Once you understand, then automatically people will follow you. And you should be in a position of to explain to the people, if I am following this, then definitely this is the benefit. Now the next question, if you are saying like I'm going to prepare this, then they will ask you how this planning will be worked out. For that, what kind of strategies you are having. So when it is going to be complete. So generally these kind of questions will be arising like when you are preparing or when you have any kind of project proposals. The moment you are going to start the project proposals, people will ask you, so what is your topic? That means what kind of problem you are going to identify and you are going to be discuss. And how you are going to complete the work, to whom you are going to meet and what kind of discussion you will be having with the people and what kind of inputs you are going to get and when are you going to complete? Within some sort of stipulated period, you need to complete the work. Otherwise, it is going to be called as an outdated work. Now, planning also immediate. A person met an accident, immediately we need to give first aid facility. So the planning will be give that a toxic, is a medicine for boost up of your objectivities and the organizations. Now, in the next slide, which is going to be deal and talking about production planning control, how this production planning is functioning, how this is working. The production planning, which is going to be basically depending on two important elements, which is going to be called as first two factors as a planning elements. Next two elements are which is going to called as a control. So what is the first two? Routing, scheduling. Routing and scheduling are the planning elements. Dispatching and follow-up are called as a controlling elements. Now, out of the box, you have a company. So in company, what you will do? You will appointing some sort of employees. What employees will do? You have assigned a work for them, and accordingly that they will be working. Now, what you are supposed to do at the organization that was already designed and created, and you need to follow that work. And many people, what they will do, the same work they will do in a creative way. How I can do the same work in a different way, so that I can able to get more advantage from the market. We are giving you the basic directions, and if you are good enough on that domain, you may go for the next level development also. Education major objectivity is to give the or to share the knowledge. By using this knowledge, how you are empowered, what did you gain, and what did you learn from the society, and accordingly that you need to acquire some more knowledge from the society. The basic inputs only will be given by the education. Now the work culture also, even you are working in a smaller company or a small scale industry or in an international company, they will give you the basic knowledge, but how you are using this basic knowledge to take your work in the next level is going to be important. So routing also will be giving that the basic direction of how you need to start your work. The routing once got over, you will go for the next level that is going to be called as a scheduling. So most of the people, what they will do, they will perform their duties by perfectly, and as well as they will schedule some more milestones. Important tasks also they need to be completed by within a year or within a 3 years, which is really benefit to the company. Like that also, they will prepare schedules. So for the sake of schedule, they won't be work. They will perform their regular duties, and as well as when the schedule comes to them or particular due date, and they will be working some sort of additional efforts to meet our fulfillment of the company and as well as industry demand. So we need to have a routing schedule as a planning. The next one is like a dispatching. Whatever routine, whatever schedule, whatever plan you have been prepared, that we need to see in the name of output, physical form of output. The physical form of output is like a products or by the services. Now, how you have been produced, and based on that, we are trying to dispatch to the public. Now, example, you can see like a last 1 year we are suffering with the COVID. Now, when you are suffering with the COVID, and many companies, pharma companies, are they were started to do to find out the vaccine for this. Now in India, at present, we are using Serum Institute, COVID Shield. So, which is going to be an output of the 1 year research. So, whatever the work or schedule or planning we have been prepared, and that has to be materialized and that should be reached to the public. So, while you are dispatching to the people, and they will be see restrictions, this is suitable for my body, or this is really a good medicine or not. They will do all the experiments, and finally that is going to be dispatched to the public. Once the dispatching is over, the next step is the follow-up. What is the reaction of the human body after taking this vaccination first and second dose? Now, when come to the subject, now the companies also they will have their regular routine process about their works, and also they will prepare the schedule for the effectively how to complete their work. So once the products are produced, and that will be dispatched to the, or that will be temporarily storing at the warehouse or by the godowns, and then which is going to be dispatched to the wholesalers or whoever the concerned persons required about all these products, they will forward to them. At last they will do the follow-up. So are they happy about to have our products or not, or is that required any kind of uh, what we say, is there required any kind of modification suggestions are there in the market, that we can able to see. So in the PPT in the down you can find out the YouTube link, the production. Okay guys, anyway, last class we discussed about plant layout. So if you want to start your plant or a factory in one specified location, what kind of factors you need to be considered? Establishment of plant by the first time. Establishment, already the plant was established. Now they want to develop. The plant was already established and they were well developed. Now they want to go for the international level. What kind of element they need to be considered? Now these are the points we had a discussion in the earlier classes. Now this class I would like to continue and to talk on that types of plant layout. After completion of these four important types of layout, then we can see that same presentation in video format. The presentation which was given by an IIT professor, IIT professor Rourkela. Okay, first we'll talk about that how many types of plant layouts we have? Earlier also we have seen a definition. In that definition also the author was mentioned. These are the four important types of layouts are available throughout the world, and they can choose according to the product, nature of the organization, the type of product. Relatively, they are going to choose what kind of layout is suitable for their company. Now here total we have four types of layout, which is going to be called as fixed position layout, product layout, process, or which is also called as functional layout, and the last one is combination layout. These are the four important methods we have. Now we'll see the first one, fixed position layout. What is this fixed position layout and what is the motive of to use about the fixed position layout? As we have seen that in the name itself they have mentioned very clearly, fixed position layout. Now we are transforming, we are sending all the resources for to make sure to build a product, to design a product. Now once the product was designed, manufactured, we cannot able to move by those products, because the products by nature which is going to be very large, or it may be so delicate one, or the object it has to be placed in the particular location so that only the product can be used by other people. We are transforming labor, employees, machinery. If at all required any kind of sub-materials also we are providing for to manufacturing or designing of these products. Nowadays, these kind of fixed position layout which is going to be indicating that the development of the country. Even governments also they are spending lakhs and crores of rupees for development of this fixed position layout, because by showing this kind of fixed position layout the governments are earning money. Example, you can see like national highways. While you are travel on road in national highways, you would have come across many toll plaza. So in the toll plaza, what will happen after 50 kilometers or after 100 kilometers, we'll have a toll plaza and they will charge from us 50 rupees and 60 rupees. Why they are charging from us? Because of they have constructed the beautiful roads for us, which is going to be simply called as road tax. Indirectly, they are collecting from us. Now, how they are constructing the road? Again, they are having the material, they are spending it, and they are constructing the road. After construction of the road, if people are not paying money, will the company able to take it back the roads, national highways? No, which is not possible. So the roads are, we can able to call it as a fixed position layout. Here, once you manufacture the product cannot be moved from one place to another place, because which is going to be very large one. 2000 kilometers, 3000 kilometers we are having the road in different national highways 17, 25, 45, something we are having. So we cannot able to move it. Here, I have given an example like a bridge. Now government also they are constructing n number of bridges for under the development of the country. Irrigation department also they may require the dams, bridges, or sometimes existing bridges or dams are should be required renovation, or it should be required some sort of developments. So by the time we cannot able to take it back the bridge and do the repair, and after that we cannot able to place it. We have to go to the bridge, we have to go to the dam with our all the instruments. Now in this PPT you can find out that we are having a warehouses, and the green color we are having what is that? Just a minute. Yeah, subcontractors, and here we can see the employees, and here we can see that earth movers. So all these people are moving towards the bridge or by the dam for construction or by the renovation, because the bridges are looking too large. It cannot be moved. So this kind of layout, which is going to be very popularly called as a fixed position layout. And the second one, which is going to be called as product layout. So what is the use of this product layout? Why this product layout is so important for us to study? Because these type of product layout, the product only move from one department to another department. The product only will pass from one unit to another unit, or from a group of workers to another group of workers. Now, what workers will do? So workers, they were allotted some sort of time. Within the time, they supposed to do their functionality. They need to perform the assigned duty. If it is delay, ultimately the whole manufacturing time is going to be exceed. So when the people are before allotting the time for the each and every department, by the time itself they would have calculated with the help of stopwatches, and this is the time we have been allotted for this particular people or particular section of the workers. So if you are completing by the on time, so that whatever I have given the promise to the delivery to the users, I can deliver by the on time. In what ways the companies are giving assurance to us? I need this kind of new design car, new design bike. They will say like, sir, exactly we can deliver by the April 14th. So how do you say like April 14th? Because already they have been calculated. If you are taking that any kind of order, how many hours we are going to be spent for the manufacturing of the product, how many people they are supposed to be involved. They would have calculated all these things, and based on that, whenever you have given the order, immediately they are giving that deadline. Even nowadays you are seeing Flipkart, Amazon also. The moment you booked your product, they will tell you like a exact date when the product will be delivered. Okay, in the product layout also, the machines, the employees, everybody were ready with the department. Now, I was highlighted here in red color, located according to the processing sequence of the product. Once the product was started from A, then next sequentially immediately it was arranged that B, and next C, D, E, etc. So every place we can able to find out some sort of value addition, some sort of inputs were added. Now with the help of these value addition or these inputs, the next process which is going to be very easy for the next people, the employees who is going to be doing this work. After some time we can show that a video also. There is a one threading mill type. So on threading mill type, on the top of that we'll have a car. Now that is going to be passed from one person to another person. While the car was moving slowly from one person or one particular employee to another employee, before that time you need to finish all your works. For example, they have assigned for you a duty of to fixing of the tires. So accordingly that you need to finish your work. So the product only move from one to another. Now here you can able to find out an example. Product oriented layout. So in the product oriented layout, you can able to see first car, just which is having by two wheels, one choice, and the gear rod. So this was completed in one particular section. So once they complete this, and they will pass to the next department. So in the next department, again they have added a little bit of body, and then which was moved to the third department or third criteria or whatever you can say. Now again they have been added this white color doom and back Stephanie, I think so, something else they have been added. And then next this was moved to the next department. Now here what happened, again the full body we can able to find out. It is look like a 95% the body was done. Then next department. Now here we can able to find out by the finished car. Now by seeing this picture, you can able to understand initially only the wheels are available, and every step, every process, they are adding some sort of value addition, some sort of work in progress we can able to see while manufacturing of the car. For this, they have been fixed. These many employees are required to complete by the particular task. And these kind of inputs we need to be added up. And this kind of work only you will do, and you need not do any other kind of work. And this is the work we have assigned for you. Automatically, the employee or the worker is going to be specialized in the particular task. I don't know how many of you seen that Formula 1 car racing. So in the Formula 1 car racing, when car racing was going on, suddenly the car driver will suspect so some sort of repair in my car. So immediately he will go to the left side. So the people are ready. Whenever you have any doubt like wheel fitting or anything else, the moment you are taking left, immediately within fraction of seconds, you cannot able to believe, within 20 seconds they will change the four wheels. Within 20 seconds they will change four wheels, and as well as any minor repairs they will do it by immediately. So all the 14 employees or 15 employees, whoever are there, within 20 seconds spontaneously they will be work for finishing of the task, because the time is very, very crucial while you are involving in the racing. So here also you are in market racing of selling of your products. So all machineries and all tools we are just transferring here for manufacturing of the products. So I don't want to spend much more time on this advantages, because by reading this you can able to understand. So the first advantage by following this product type of layout is, so which we have arranged all the machines in a sequential way. So the flow is moving on. So there is no need to say like, hey, next is your work, you have to do like this. There is no need to inform. The product, when it is come to you, and you need to automatically do your works. And also we are having a multiple people, so everybody will be taking that less quantity of material, so that inventory wastage also will be very less chances in the product layout. Time is less. So we are allotted each and every department with constanttal timing. That may be a 5 minutes or 6 minutes, and slowly the car will be moving. And based on that, you need to do all your inputs. So time bound, you are supposed to be work. Second one, a specified production. So already we have assigned that we are manufacturing only by the four-wheelers. Like Toyota company was saying, like we are manufacturing only four-wheelers. So all our employees they have assigned what kind of work they're supposed to do. Automatically they are skilled one, and they know that the specification of the particular car, or what model of car was that, what model of engine was that. So they will be well control about the planning system. And the fifth one, less space occupied, because the entire process we are splitting into the different parts, so that there is no need any kind of crowd or clumsy on that. So we are optimally using by the entire space at the workstation. It may be permanently or by the temporarily also. Reduce material handling cost, because everybody is countable. 2 members group or 3 members group or 1 member is performing the entire task. So they are whole and sole responsible. So management also will be feeling happy, because they can easily to identify who are all skilled employees, semi-skilled or unskilled, who is going to be required training. By individually monitoring of their performances also, they will be easy to understand the each and every employee performance. Next, unskilled workers can learn. So if you are an unskilled worker, while you are working in a group, 3 members group or 2 members group, and the rest of 2 members will guide you how to do the work and what is role of your work, so that unskilled employee also will become a skilled one. There are chances are there. But at the same time, second side of the coin, limitations of the product layout. A breakdown of one mission. So I already told you, once you are giving your inputs in your department or in your section, and next only that will move to the next section. If you are unable to give, or if you are in your section the machinery was not working properly, then the product cannot be moved to the other units or by the other employees. So automatically the entire production process is going to be shut down. So while you are implementing this kind of product layout, you need to think about all these things. Second one, if in case any chance of you are going to change your product design. So I'm going to change the car design or the model. So if you done any kind of changes, accordingly you need to change your machineries. So simultaneously we have to change everything, and sometimes the order also we are going to be shuffled. That is a huge task for the management. For that they need to spend again a week of time to change the machineries, replacement of new machinery, and etc. things. Third one, high investment is going to be required. If you are changing your product design, but at the same time you are going to require the machinery. Machinery will not available for 20,000 or 30,000, which is going to be containing lakhs of rupees. So management also should ready, or sometimes they may think like, so why should we take the initiative? Let's we wait for some time. If other competitors are having more profits in the market, or if they are doing any kind of designs, and slowly we can also change. Until that, we'll start to earn our nominal profits. Because if you are taking the lead, you need to invest more money. So you can wait for some time. If you are getting the losses, then immediately you need to do your innovation or redesigning of your machinery. Last one, lack of flexibility. So in the product design, the problem is everything was designed. Now, if you want to change the entire designing process, which is going to be involving huge investment, time taking, and there is a unnecessary expenditure also you need to spend for ancillary aspects. So we need to be observed very clearly. If there is no flexibility of your designs, then which is going to be really good. But the problem is, if you are not flexible with your designs, then you will be out from the business world. Now we have seen certain vehicles like Ambassador car. They will take very less time for, or less rate of importance for the changes of the car. So many models are entering into the market, but they resist to change. Ultimately, the car was out from the market. So these things also will be having naturally. And the next one is process layout. So in the process layout, what we are doing is like we are having different batches of production. Now we are recommending that in a batch type of production, every batch or every machinery we have grouped. Now according to that, the multiple tasks can be performed by the specified machinery. For example, I have given here lathe machine, milling machine. So you can find out the next slide also. So the blue color one is a lathe machine and this is a milling machine. So what this lathe machine will do, like any kind of sharpening, cutting of any heavy products also can be done by the process layout. Whereas in the milling also, a small kind of holes or bigger holes or any kind of stitching can be performed by the process type of layout. So while you are grouping the product or similar kind of operations are you need to be performed. So same product which can be performed or the existing machine can be performed more than two kind of activities. So that instead of buying 50 machines, you can buy only 25 machines because each machine will be performed more than two kinds of tasks. Now, example, you can see this ID card. So ID card is for the sake of identity of you, and the back side again we are going to have by the barcode. So when you go for the library, there is no need to give about all your details to enter. By scanning this barcode, all your details will be entering. So what I would like to tell you is one machine simultaneously will be performed by more than two kinds of activities. That also best advantage profit for the companies. So this is together of three things. You just ignore the last one. Now process layout, product kind of layout, and fixed position layout. So this is for your reference sake only, not so important one. Now process layout relatively, again we are having the advantages. So I'm not spending much more time on this. You can read and you can understand the same thing. So in the process layout, we are going to have by the few machines, and these few machines which is going to be performing by the more than two different kinds of activities, which is really helpful for us. Whereas in the process kind of layout, what will happen if you are learning to operate by the one machine, then ultimately indirectly you can able to do that more than two kind of activities, which is just like a dual specialization. You are specialized in two kinds of activities at a time. And one more advantage also, because of by following you the process kind of layout, you will be getting an advantages of investment. Comparatively to spend two machines, 50,000. Instead of that, you are buying a one machine by spending 60,000. So you can able to save the 40,000. And this 60,000 machinery will be performed by both the machine tasks. So that is also one advantage by following by the process type of layout. And moreover, while you are having by the less machineries in the workstation means you can able to use by the less space, and rest of the space you can use for the godown purpose or warehouse or any other thing also you can able to think and do it by the better way. Next, limitations. So the limitations also one of the major thing we can able to see, like I already told you, one machinery is performing more than two kinds of functionalities or activities. If the one machinery was breakdown, that means ultimately two different activities or more than two different activities are going to be stopped. When compared to product layout, one machinery, one functionality that can be replaced. Here also one machinery, two functionalities. So loss will be very, very high when there is a damage of process layout machineries. Second thing also like a material handling cost. So from their specified employee, we can able to monitor. And here two operations, two different kinds of activities. So people, they may say like, this is not my mistake. That is his mistake only. Because of that only it was happened. There is a chance of people will escape even if they done anything wrong. Or sometimes what will happen intentionally, or there is some sort of ego clash or misunderstanding between the employees. There is a scope of to prolong by the production process. So that is also we need to be monitored with the help of motion picture cameras. We need to monitor that each and every employee, how they are working and what kind of contribution they are giving to us. We need to be monitoring it very clearly. Next one is lower productivity due to number of setups. So one machinery is performing more than two different kinds of activities, so that time will take more for manufacturing of the product, because we need to just manually to transfer the product from one machinery to machinery, one machinery activity A to activity B, then another machinery activity C to activity D. Sometimes which is going to be required manual help, or sometimes we are going to require additional machinery support to transfer the product. Many things can be seen in the as a limitation of the process layout. And the next one is, this is not a new one, combination layout. So in the name itself they mention, at the time the company is managing two different kinds of layout. So I was thinking that I want to get the advantages of product layout. I want to get the advantages in process layout together. So combination layout is a combination of both product and process layout. Some companies are in India, they would like to show interest to follow by both product type of and process type of layout. Of course, we are having disadvantage in every way, but here the important thing is qualitative product and on time to delivery. So in the on time delivery or manufacturing of the product, even the price was a little bit high, we are explained to the all the buyers based on the futuristic, based on the importance of the good. Relatively, they will also come forward to spend much more amount to buy this product. So by following this combination layout, what will happen? So same product you can able to manufacturing in a different ways. Now you can able to find out the next slide, you can understand. So here you can able to find out Coke tin bottle, you can find out here Coke tin bottle, PET bottle, now 600 ml, and this is look like 1.2 and this is look like 2.5. Now here what will happen, while the company is manufacturing only by the tin, now by the time one kind of machinery was completely set up, because same machinery will not be set for all the 5 products, because the design is going to be different, the quantity is going to be different, and the design the prices are going to be different. So accordingly that they will be manufacturing, accordingly that they will design their layout. So being a combination layout, we have to be very clearly think
Now all tin bottles are to be one particular batch, one particular group. Now tin bottle, relatively we need to set up the machinery. 2.5 liters, relatively we need to set up the machinery, and set up the machinery and the process also to be different. 1.2 liter Coke, 2.5 liter Coke, while you are manufacturing, the products are different, machineries are different, the process is going to be different. So certain companies are, according to the, based on the product, they are maintaining by combination of the product type of layout and as well as by the process type of layouts. So we need to see which is going to be required for us and they will follow. But mostly what companies will do, like they will follow all these 5 types and they will see which is having the highest rate of demand, and relatively they will be spend more. I hope this tin bottle is available in the market for 40 rupees, and this is containing like a 350 ml tin bottle, whereas this one 600 ml, which is available in the market for 38 rupees and 40 rupees also. So being a user, what I will think, like this is 350 ml, this is 600 ml, so 50% I'm getting extra by buying this one. Being a college student like you, when you go for the canteen, you want to project your stylish way of drinking or something else, or every time I'm taking this only, this time I would like to go for the different one. So according to your taste and preferences, you are going to be choose by which is going to be suitable for you. Even if the relatives come to our house, people will think economy and as well as by the richness of style. So they may give by the tin bottle to everyone, or else they will take a paper cup and they will buy these 2.5, 2 or 3 bottles and they will serve for the relatives. So which is going to be completely depends on you, your wish of buying. That in this video, the manufacturing of BMW car was really good. This is just like a in practically how they were manufacturing products with the help of robots and who are all involved, how effectively they were doing. We can see all the elements are here. Okay, we'll continue our session. Now we'll continue and to talk on the group technology. So far we have seen a lecture presentation on product process layout group technology. Now in continuation that we are talking about group technology, or very popularly which is going to be called as cellular layout. So what's going on in the group technology, how we can able to call it or we are naming as a group technology. The first foremost step in the group technology is mother product. And here the mother product, which is going to be containing an ancillary part, whereas this ancillary part will be suitable for any other component. With the help of any other components or related to the family components or related to the particular group, with the help of that, the group technology can be used more effectively. Instead of explaining this group technology, I can show you one image. By seeing that, you will be able to understand. In each and every house, we can able to find out these kind of screwdrivers. This is going to be called as a portable. Now, this is going to be like a mother one, group head. Now, here this is an ancillary part. Now, you can able to change this part and you can able to use this for multiple purposes. Now, here we can find out apart from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 different models, 5 different kinds of instruments were available. So with the help of this, what we can do, we can effectively using of the technology. Instead of buying 5 or 6 different kinds of screwdrivers, instead of that, you can buy one screwdriver, and where you can able to use by the other components. So in the point of a group technology, which is also talking about like the first step is to determine the component families are by the group. So in this screwdriver, we have to know that all these screws and as well as the head component, which is going to belongs to the one particular family or one particular group. And second thing is, by using this group technology, you can able to effectively using of the products. And that will be giving that optimum utilization or to convert your efficiency to as a products. Now, after seeing this image, the next one, what kind of advantages we are able to get with the help of the group technology? Even the present days also we are seeing. Here I have presented one more example, like a, what is this, any idea? What is this image? Any guess? You know very well. What is that? Okay, that is multi-purpose charger, as you know, but you are not revealed. Okay, in the purpose of the multi-purpose charger, while you are traveling by car, so sometimes your friends or your guests or somebody may sit and they want to charge their mobile phone. So by the time you need not to search for the fresh charger. So the one single charger where we can able to find out by the multiple instruments of the output. So which one is going to be suitable for your mobile, whether it is C type or pin type, small pin or big pin. So which is going to have by the all the facilities. At the same time, simultaneously, you can recharge more than 6 mobiles also at a time. Now, what kind of advantages you will be getting by using this group technology? So in the group technology, all the components are having a standardization and as well as by the rationalization. Now you can able to find out here the screwdriver, where this is going to be as a standardizing one. Whereas in the multiple charger also, the component is going to be a standardizing one. While you are using by the standardized version of the product and as well as rationalization. Here all the screws are going to be called or considerable as a rationalization. Whereas here also all these elements of charger points are going to be called as a rationalizing one. So here the standardization and as well as rationalization components also whereas involved in the group technology. Second thing is reliability. How we can rely or trust about this group technology. Because the reliability of the group technology is group technology which is not at all using with the help of a big machineries. So what we are doing is which is going to be satisfying by carrying machineries like laptop, mobile phone or projectors, whatever you can able to carry those kind of machines. Purpose only you can able to use by this kind of group technology, and that also will be helpful for you if in case initial stage of your experiment was done, something was wrong, it won't be have much more damage also. Third one, effective machine operations and productivity. So all the time we are using or working with n number of machines. While you are working with n number of machines, and the machine which is going to be have n number of tasks also we are giving to that. So by having this one mission, what will happen? A to Z, A to Z, all the products can be performed by a single machinery. So it won't be have any problem for us to buy another machinery, some other employees we need to be deputed for that to handle or to taking care of that. So these kind of things are to be not much more important, not much more required. Fourth point, customer services. So we are using by the a group technology so that customer also what he will think like, okay, I can able to buy this product because of by buying this product, it can be satisfy all my needs. And also I'm spending one-time investment, which is going to have by the multiple futures. So nowadays, the economic buyer who is going to be think about a rationality, who is going to be think about as per their budget, they want to fulfill by the multiple needs. And these kind of people will be highly appreciated and they will be conveying their regards and happiness about to buying of these kind of products, because these products will be satisfying all your needs. It is just like one point stop. Whereas in future also any needs comes and these existing product can be fulfill all your needs. So that kind of technology can be used by the buyers. Now those things also will be considered by the manufacturers before manufacturing of the product. So every time uh, only we can do any modification, any changes or similarity was there. For example, we can find out roti, chapati, parota. So these are very common food for everybody. Now roti related one separate mission, chapati related one separate mission, parota related one separate mission is not at all required. So these are commonality of the aspects. Now relatively, can I able to produce any machinery? Yes, you can produce and you can sold in the market also, will be having by high rationality of the demand for those products also. Now by having the group technology, what kind of other benefits you will be getting? Of course, these are not by the direct benefits, which is going to be involving like indirectly. It won't give any kind of direct benefit, not much more also, but by following this your certain works will be decreased, paperwork will reduce. So paperwork means you are going to buy, you are planning to buy 5-6 machines. Instead of that, you are going to buy only by the one machine. So ultimately rest of 4 machines relatively whatever your requirements, your budget, all etc, your time will be saving. That is one benefit indirectly. And also work in progress and work movement. So even though if in case the component was not working properly, which is going to be easily available in the market, so that you can able to replace it and you can use it. If not, you can able to use by the other components and you can run your machineries. So multiple things can be using. You can take an example like, again, old example, mobile charger. So once upon a time we are having a mobile charger, and then extra battery we can buy, and battery alone we can charge, and later that we are having power bank. In future we are going to see multiple things. So one time if we are having a power bank with you, at a time 6 mobiles you can able to charge it. So like that, which is going to be complete depending on the capacity of the power bank. So here also the group technology, we need to be see how effectively, which is indirectly minimizing your work efficiency. When you talk about the limitations of the group technology, which is generally having a complex, because we are designing about multiple products we are going to be manufacturing with the help of by the one technology. Whereas, is it possible for that? So what kind of meaningful cells we are going to be add, what kind of other components we can admit it. So all these things will be add up by the group technology. But anyway, here group technology relatively, we are having a small AV also. So this will be talking about a brief presentation on what is group technology. Instead of that,